Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm with Muji and today we're going to talk about what it means to be a lantern or why green lanterns suck, whichever one you choose. So let's start from their origin. Muji, tell us, what does it mean to be a lantern, or what is the origin of a lantern rather?
Hey guys, Muji here. The main thing about the lanterns is that it started in 1940 when Martin Nodell and Bill Finger sat down to create a superhero for the new lineup of DC Comics called Alan Scott.
Okay.
And Martin Nodell took inspiration from a lot of Middle Eastern, Norse, and Greek mythology in creating and crafting this hero who has a magical ring, and he rubs on his ring and things happen.
Oh, kind of like Aladdin and the Magic Lamp. Okay, that actually makes sense. As I'm getting it now, I'm actually enjoying the concept more. And thinking about his costume, he doesn't look like modern day lanterns. He looks a bit more fantastical.
Well, to be fair,
the cape,
and everything, pretty much most heroes at the time were dressed up in that way. Sometimes the color grading doesn't even match. I mean, come on, he's wearing red and green. That's like Christmas colors. But I think he sat out or something. Unless your name is Batman or The Flash, like mono colors were not really a popular thing with superheroes at the time. Even Flash at the time, he was color clashing. That's Jay Garrick. But back to it, Alan Scott was a popular lantern for about 19 years or so. Then he still started tanking and dwindling just about when World War II was about to begin. So DC reboots the character and makes him more of a science fiction superhero as Hal Jordan.
The one we know and love or hate in my...
Me personally, I hate the dude. Dude's an asshole.
Well, kind of don't like him either, so screw Hal Jordan. Let's continue.
Yeah. So that starts a long line of legacy characters such as Jon Stewart, Guy Gardner, Kal Rayner, Simon Baz, Jessica Cruz. In fact, the thing about lanterns is that they always have they're assigned to a sector. But humans have so many freaking lanterns, man. Like just so many of them.
More human lanterns than there are alien or other creatures.
Yeah, you hardly ever see two of the same race. I think the closest we have is Sinestro and his daughter in the Lantern Corps. But apart from that, you rarely ever see two of the same race in the Lantern Corps. But humans have a whole whopping close to 10, 11 lanterns on Earth.
Yeah.
Active, right now. But Sayan, tell me, who's your favorite lantern?
Kal Rayner.
He's a weeble.
Yes, he's a weeb, but he mastered the emotional spectrum. I did a video, rather short on it. Go and check it out, but he continued.
Shameless plug.
Well, look, Kal Rayner was cool. That's why he's my favorite among them.
To be fair, I liked Kyle, even with his dorky mask.
It looks like a Power Rangers. I know, torch. Yeah, such a nerd. Good.
Okay, personally, my favorite lantern is Guy Gardner.
Why?
He's a flawed hero.
That is not you. That is surprising. Guy Gardner is highly over emotional. He's angry. He became a Red Lantern one time.
Yes, and what did he do to Atrocitus?
Yes.
They sent Guy to infiltrate the Red Lantern Corps. My guy goes in and beats the guy in charge and takes over. I mean, come on.
Okay, fine. Let's move on to their iconic comics, or storylines of different lanterns.
We have stuff like Emerald Twilight. That's the one Hal Jordan this was following Crisis, and his Coast City gets annihilated, and because of that sends Hal Jordan on a dark path of becoming a villain known as Parallax. And a bit of it was seen in the shitty Green Lantern movie
doing good,
where he became Parallax, but that was even more poorly written than this storyline, Emerald Twilight. It has the iconic shot of him having multiple lantern rings. Hell, my dude got himself a cape, had armor, and later I was retconned into, there's a fear entity, it entered, it took over his body now, so that we can have Hal back as our main hero. Fuck that guy.
Well, you really don't like Hal.
I really don't.
You don't like Hal. You should go and read DC versus Vampires. Another video I did and covered where Hal Jordan was a total asswipe who killed Wonder Twin Zan in a very brutal way. He literally created the construct of a blender and put Zan inside and just
like him like a smoothie,
basically. Yes.
Well, look, I'm sorry, it's difficult to feel bad about the lamer Wonder Twin. I'm sorry, it's difficult to feel bad about it.
All right.
But another iconic storyline for the Green Lanterns is the Lantern War, where basically all members of the emotional spectrum, because yes, we have the LGBTQ lantern, the rainbow lanterns, different emotional spectrum, and basically the guardians, who are the ones in charge of the lantern core, they essentially turned on everyone, and you had like different lantern cores coming together. That's where Karina mastered the emotional spectrum and becomes the white lantern. Yeah. Another iconic story is Blackest Night.
Yeah, Blackest Night is one of the best.
That one is an all-encompassing event that touches just about every DC character. However, it's a very unique story in that it's the only like tie-in to like the Lantern War, whereby Hal Jordan was dead by this point. And he comes back as a Black Lantern, he and Sinestro, and has like one of the most iconic shots where you have he and Sinestro like bursting forth with different thousands upon thousands of lanterns.
Oh, wow, that's so sus.
That's sauce.
Busting forth.
Hey, at least it's not partner spam.
Yeah. Alright, now since we talked about all the good shit, let's talk about the lame stuff. The ones we don't like. The ones that objectively.
Well, there's a lot. I mean, stuff like his weakness to the color yellow.
Guy.
That's a lantern weakness.
That thing is awful. When I used to think when Batman used that thing, I hated that.
I used to think that it was retconned out, but it's still a thing.
I think it's retconned out.
No, it's still
since Batman used it. I don't think it's appealed again.
It's still a thing.
You know how
as recent as Rebirth, it has happened.
It is awful. DC, if you are reading this or hearing this, please kill it. Take it away. We don't like it, I beg.
I think it's emblematic of my issue with DC, whereby heroes or villains have such obvious weaknesses that it kind of like limits storytelling. That's why personally I prefer Marvel. It's fine if it's not your cup of tea, but I prefer Marvel where it's more or less psychological problem that is usually a character's weakness. It makes them feel more flawed and human. But anyway, back to it. Something that is a poor thing, it's a controversial thing, it's called fridging. Green Lantern is kind of tied to a concept known as fridging. Fridging is when a female character, like a textbook definition, is when a female character is killed for the character development of a male character. Now, me personally, I disagree. I think that side characters typically get killed for the development of male character to hyper focus and see it's just the female characters is being disingenuous. But anyway, there's an iconic shot of Kyle Rayner opening a fridge and seeing his wife gets chopped up in the fridge. I know YouTube will probably demonetize us for this, but hey,
I'm not even monetized. Shut up. So you know, whatever.
Alright, one. What do you say for me for? Anyway, then there's the story with Hal Jordan, and there's this little girl who joins the Green Lantern Corps and ages herself up. Oh my god, this is so crazy.
He can have
a relationship with Hal. And Hal turns her down, but it still doesn't mean this. Hal spanks her from time to time.
Oh good.
Like it's still icky.
Moving on.
Oh yeah, then there's his racist history because of World War II propaganda. He constantly calls the Japanese Japs, yellow monkeys, and such.
I apologize, I'll bleep all this out. Moving on. Why personally do I think lanterns suck? Lanterns in a lot of these major DC stories have been seen as jobbers, basically. They have been jobbed a lot. Like they are always...
I think it applies... The rule of ninjas applies to lanterns. Have one lantern, he is the most badass thing you ever see. Have multiple lanterns, all of a sudden they don't have sense.
They don't have sense. Like I think they said in Futures End, Superman was fighting with the lanterns.
Superboy Prime soloed the entire lantern.
Superboy Prime soloed the lantern corps. Then in Injustice, when Superman wore the yellow lantern,
he soloed them.
He picks up Oa, tosses Oa to the sun.
In the Justice League Dark movie, we straight up see what happens to them. They get decimated
first, and that's why they suck primarily. Like
as a group
together. Individually, they have very wonderful stories. But as a group, they just suck. They're like ninjas in Marvel. You know, get one dark
ninja. It's the role of ninjas. It's a trope where essentially one ninja in a film is threatening, but a group of ninja are jobbers. Like if you watch martial arts movies, you will notice it.
Fair is fair, I guess. Anyway, that's the video, guys. Tell us what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.